Hey there, Heather, ho there, it's Jeff Cutter W. Welcome you to another Stone Cold Hockey. And the New York Rangers have finished 63 games. So that means I've done 21 videos, obviously, three games per video. They played the New York Islanders, or as I call them, the Cupcakes, 25, 30, and 7. Now, history lesson about why I call the New York Islanders Cupcakes. Back when Blue Shirt Underground was doing their stuff and all that, in 2010, Jim Schmiedeberg and Eddie Geik were talking about, the Islanders having cupcakes made in the New York Islanders logo. So I figured I would do a musical tribute to that. And then, my YouTube video, New York Islanders, oh no, da 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 da. Da, 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 da. I can't remember. And then I freestyled and I sang the line, "You're my yummy, yummy cupcake, yummy, yummy cupcake. Fuck that. Fuck that shit." So anyway, that was a sound clip from Blue Shirt Underground, and they still have it. And that's what made me famous in my first year of being part of Blue Shirt Underground. So here we go. Islanders, Rangers. The Rangers, 20 games above 500. They bring Glenn Healy, former Islander. They face Jamie McLennan, or Noodles, as they call him. No Ron Hextall and no Tom Draper in the net for the Islanders. Rangers don't have Mike Richter. But anyhow, here's the Rangers. They have Adam Graves, Mike Gardner, Mark Messier, Brian Leach, Alex Golub, Asa Tikkanen, Sergei Nenchinov, Steve Larmer, Tony Amonte, Sergei Zubov, Jeff Bukaboom, Kevin Lowe, Greg Gilbert, Mike Hudson, Alex Kropotsev, Nick Kiprios, Ed Olszczuk, Jay Wells, and Joey Koser. The Islanders, 94, Steve Thomas, Pierre Turgeon, Benoit Hogue, Derek King, Marty McGuinness, Ray Ferraro, Travis Green, Flatley, Brad DeGardo, not DeGerno, Vladimir Malikoff, Tom Kurvers, Yui Krupp, David Folek, Scott Lachance, Mick Fukuda, Dennis Bass, Keith Acton, Jan Kaminsky, Darius Kasparaitis, Rich Pilon, Chris Luongo, David Malley, and Dean Chenoweth. So, let's see. First period. A couple minutes in. Action by the Rangers. No. Kaminsky cannot do anything. 5 minutes later. Battle and the Rangers will go to the PK. It's Greg Gilbert for 2 minutes. Others with a chance. Malikoff, no. And the segment is killed. 2 minutes later. Chance for the Rangers to do something. Kevin Lowe, nope. Others with a chance. Score! Travis Green. How green is my valley? His 15th from Derek King to future Toronto Maple Leafs. 1-0 Cupcakes. Trying to get back at it. Aggression. Ow! Pair of hits by the Cupcakes. Final moments of the period. And the Islanders will go on the PK. Richie Pilon. What a pylon. He's off for 2 minutes. Skeeter! Power play goes. Steve Larmer. Ooh! His 18 from Graves and Mike Hudson. Remember him, Ranger fans? Mike Hudson? Yep, Mike Hudson. 1-1 tie. And the Cupcakes back on the PK. It's Kasparaitis, the dickwad who thought harassing Mario Lemieux in the 93 playoffs was helpful. It was, but still. Rangers on the power play. Boop-a-boop. Chance again. Kovalev. No chance. Aggression. And back to the PK go the Cupcakes. Pilon will be going to the box for 2 minutes. The pylon. Well, they scored while he was in the box the first time. Kovalev, no. Chance? Larmer had a chance for a second of the night, but no. A couple of minutes later. Turgeon? No. Can't do anything. 4 minutes later. Extra by the Raiders. Jay Wells. Remember him? Final moments of the first period. Chance. Amonte had a chance to score and he missed. 1-1 after 40. All right. Third period. Quickly in the third period. There's a fight. Scott Lachance and Joey Koser. Koser is a fighter. Scott Lachance, I don't think he was a fighter. Lachance, I don't think he was really much of a fighter. So the good news is that for the Rangers is that they took one of the Islanders defensemen out of the play. 5 minutes later, chance for the Rangers. Larmer had a chance and he flipped it. 5 minutes later. Chance for the other score! Not DiGiorno, but Delgarno. His 10th goal from Curvers, former Toronto Maple Leaf. And Manly fans curse his name every time it happens. You know why? Because for the one-time Curvers that the Leafs traded their first-round draft pick to New Jersey because he was a power play quarterback and went for shit, and the Leafs were the second worst team in the NHL in 1991. That pick was the 3rd overall pick because San Jose was an expansion team, so they got the number 2 pick. And it ended up being Scott freaking Niedermayer. David Folak, the slow-footed guy who scored to take down the Penguins in the 93 playoffs in real life, gets the other assist. See what can the Rangers come back? Action and a chance for the Rangers. Gardner. Ah, fuck. This will be an empty net opportunity. There's got to be a chance. Not a chance, and the Rangers somehow, in some way, fuck it up and lose 2-1 to the Islanders. Wow. So Travis Green and Brad Garno goes Larber for the Rangers. Rangers had so many chances. There were three power play chances, and then they fucked it up on the final 2. Sorry, I'm just bitter. Jimmy McLennan Noodles beating Glenn Healy. Anyway, that's just autoplay of the day. Pittsburgh crushes Buffalo in the fine powder 8-3. Barrasso beats Grant Fuhr. Pittsburgh goes Martin Straka, Joe Mullen, Kevin Stevens, Sean McCaffrey, Martin Straka, Larry Murphy, Yummer Yager, and Kevin Stevens. Buffalo goes by Bob Sweeney, Alex McGillney, and Alex McGillney again. Leafs win 4-2 over Detroit. Pop then takes down Osgood. Red Wing goes by Keith Primo and Ray Shepard. But the Leafs scored Dmitry Mironov, Doug Gilmour, Wendell Clark. Let's see here. And the Flyers losing to the Capitals 6-3 as Beaupre takes down Dominic Russo. Philly goes by Joseph Baranek, Dmitry Yuskevich, and Rod Brindamort. Washington goes Randy Burridge, Dale Hunter, Keith Jones, Craig Berube, Randy Burridge, and Dale Hunter. On to the next day. The 5th, the Rangers go into the fish den, if you will. And this time, Richter starts against Hextall. So, guess they don't want their goalies going back-to-back nights. So, yeah, that's the first back-to-back I've seen that 2 teams face each other at the same time. So, we'll see if the Rangers can get revenge on those cupcakes. And the Rangers will go to the PK, and Kovalev off for 2. Under for the chance. Go! Power play goal. Vladimir Malakoff is 8 from Yuri Krug. Deutschland. 1-0 Islanders. Much later in the first period, action by the Islanders. Ray Ferraro. Not this time, buddy. A few minutes later. Delgarno delivers a hit. 3 minutes left in the period. Another score! Derek King makes it 2-0 for Rich Pion and Game Chenoweth. Didn't know those guys were decent players. But yeah, they got assists. It's 2-0. The Rangers may have hit an all-time low on this one. Where's the fight in the Rangers? They're down 2-0 to the Islanders on Long Island. Wow. Fuck. Final 2 minutes. And the Rangers will go to the power, killing Karpatsev off for 2. Rangers deliver a hit on Pat Flatley, denying him a chance at a power play goal. Turgeon, net. So the Rangers kill that off. Enforcer. Rangers get a pair of hits. Hopefully that'll help. Much later in the second period, action for the Rangers. Score! Gravesy! His 35th from Leach and Subov. There's the goal the Rangers need. It's 2-1. 5 minutes later, as for the Rangers Gardner, final moments. And the Islanders will be going on the PK. Fukuda, Mick Fukuda, Can the Rangers survive? Power play chance! Gardner had a chance. Another chance. Score! Power play. Pavel Namchinov, his 19th. He's close to 20. From Kovalev and Larmer. 2-2 tie. Rangers are back. Maybe 5 minutes left. 5 minutes later. Chance for the others to do something. Luongo? No. Chris Luongo. Not Roberto Luongo. Chris Luongo. Rangers trying to come back, but the others will be back again. Turgeon? Turgeon. Had a chance. 3 minutes later. Battle. The others getting the hit. 4 minutes later. Battle. Rangers defense reduced by -1. Will that help? Well, we're going to go to overtime. 2-2. Now remember, this is the 90s. Overtime, if it ends up tied after 5 minutes, that's it. Game, set, match, no shootout. And no loser point as well. So you lose in overtime, get no points. See what the Rangers do. And the others will go to the PK. Fukuda is off for 2 minutes. Rangers have one chance and one chance only. They don't get it. And the Rangers get a unprofessional, 2-2 tie against the Islanders. So the Rangers get 1 out of a possible 4 points against the Cupcakes. Pathetic. Rangers had to come back from 2-0 down. But still, I mean, fuck. Let's see the rest of the action on this Saturday the 5th. Ottawa shocked Boston. The Devil Dogs tied Calgary 4-4 as Vernon and Brodeur drew a tie. Calgary goes by Ronnie Stern, Joe Otto, Phil Fleury, and Gary Sutter. Devil goes by Bobby Holik, Tom Shorsky, John McLean, and Randy McKay. The Leafs went to Quebec and won 3-2. Potvin takes down Tebow. As the Leafs go by Yannick Perreault, Wendell Clark, and Glenn Anderson. Bob Bassett and Joe Sakic scored for the Nords. And Hartford beat Tampa. Alright. We know the Rangers can't play 3 straight days. That would be stupid. Montreal is shockingly losing to Dallas 4-1. I didn't expect that. The Flyers, seriously the Flyers? Well, they lost in overtime to Tampa as Wendell Young, Kitchener, beat Dominic Rousseau. A lot of people are like, Wendell Young didn't play for the Kitchener Rangers. Oh, yes, he did. In fact, he was the first goalie ever to win the Memorial Cup with Kitchener, the Stanley Cup with Pittsburgh, the AHL Championship, and the IHL Championship. The IHL was basically a minor league team before it folded and became AHL property. So it was a back and forth game. Philly goes by Eric Lindros, Vladimir Butsev, Brett Fedek, Josef Baranek, and Michael Renberg. Tampa goes by Gerard Gallant, remember him, Ranger fans? Pat Iluniak, Rob DeMaio, Chris Gratton, and Mikael Anderson, with Adam Creighton scoring the overtime winner. Pittsburgh went into Winnipeg and won 4-3 as Raggett took care of Essensa. Pittsburgh goes by Doug Brown, Eric Patterson, Joe Mullen, and Yamir Yager. Winnipeg goes by Thomas Steen, Teppo Newman, and Thomas Steen again. And the Capitals losing on home turf to Calgary 7-5 as Vernon took care of Beaupre, sorry. Calgary, Washington was up 3-2 after 2 periods. Goes by Kevin Hatcher, Mike Ridley, and then Kevin Hatcher again. Calgary goes by Joe Noonan and Gary Roberts. But man, 7 goals in the 3rd period. Washington had 2 goals by Sylvain Cote. But goals by Theo Fleury, Kelly Kissio, remember him, Ranger fans? Gary Roberts, Sandy McCarthy, and Paul Krause. Now, let's see. The Rangers are hosting Detroit. Original 6 battle that they would only see once or twice a year. The Rangers bring Richter in net against Tim Shovelday. Like a rock, still like a rock. Anyway, Shovelday in the net for Detroit. As Chris Osgood, Bob Essensa, Vincent Riendeau, and Peter Ing. Peter Ing played for the Red Wings that year? Huh. Well, anyway, Essensa wouldn't be coming to Detroit for a while. So anyway, Detroit had Sergei Fedorov, Ray Shepard, Slava Kozlov, Keith Prevost, Dino Ciccarelli, Steve Yzerman, Paul Coffey, Kitchener, Steve Chiasson, Vladdy Konstantinov, Nick Lidstrom, Dallas Drake, Sean Burr, Darren McCarty, Mike Sillinger, Martin Lapointe, Bobby Probert, Greg Johnson, Sheldon Kennedy, Chris Draper, Mark Howe, Micah Alsinoff, Terry Karkner, Bob Hokadis, Jason York. So we'll see what the Rangers can do on home ice. against these interlopers from the West. Chance for the Rangers. Oh, Zubov had a chance and he flipped it. 2 minutes later. Just score! Sheldon Kennedy his 6th of the year. Little did we know what would happen to Sheldon Kennedy about 15 years later. No, not that. Is coming out story about being sexually abused. Steve Chason and Mark Howe with the assists. 4 minutes later. Chance for the Rangers. Kevin Lowe had a chance. 2 minutes later. Rangers trying to score! The Lava. Ooh! His 19th from Gardner and Mike Hudson. Remember him? Mike Hudson? Yeah, he played for the Rangers. 4 minutes later, a battle. And the Rangers will get bit with the penalty closer for 2 minutes. Red Wings a jet score! Power play goal. Sergei Fedorov. The man has a gun for a shot from Stevie Chason. Pair of assists by Chason in the first period. And that will end the first period as the Red Wings lead 2-1. Their early trip to New York, and they're doing it. 6 minutes later. Penalty on the Red Wings as Probert. Retaliatory action. Zubov. And the segment's killed. 4 minutes later. Shot by Yzerman? No. 3 minutes later. Battle. There will be a fight. McCarty and Kiprios are going toe-to-toe. Both guys don't really need those guys. Final moments of the second period. Rangers will concede a shot to Sean Burr, but nothing, as the Rangers are down 2-1 after 2. Third period, 5 minutes later, a battle. Detroit, now the retaliatory action after the Rangers got a hit. Lidstrom will go to the box for 2 minutes. Big penalty. Rangers chance. Larmer. Chance against Keeler. Power play goal. Brian Leach. His 21st from Alex Kovalev, and it's 2-2. Much later in the third period. Chance score! What a play! Mike Gardner, his 27th from Zubov. And the Rangers now have a 3-2 lead. Agitator. It's a penalty on Closer for 2 minutes. Of course he would get the penalty. Red Wings, the ice are bit. Oh, he missed. And the segment is killed. 2 minutes left. Chance for the Rangers. Score! Prebo! Prebo's to Prebo. Keith Prebo is 21st from Ray Shepard, former Ranger. 3-3 tie. And we will go to overtime. Again, the Rangers got to do better in overtime this time. Shot. Oh, Tikkanen had a chance. Gardner. Oh. And once again, the Rangers will end up with the loser point. A 3-3 tie as the Rangers have a terrible 3-game stretch. 1 loss and 2 ties. Sorry, but that's how I feel. Detroit was up 2-1. Rangers had the lead, but then with 2:15 left, Primo scored. Detroit, other goals by Sheldon Kennedy and Sergei Fedorov. Rangers, Larmer, Leach, and Gardner. So 3-3 tie to end this. Now let's see the other games. The Capitals went to Boston and tied 4-4. Taparachi and Casey with ties. Washington had a 3-1 lead on goals by Pat Peake, Dale Hunter, and Kelly Miller. Boston got goals by Joseph Stumple, Adam Oates, Brett Hughes, and Steve Hines. Washington had to tie with Bondress goal. The Devil Dogs tied Quebec 1-1. Thibault and Terreri battled to a tie. Jim Dowd for New Jersey. Quebec with Joe Sakic. The Leafs got shut out 3-0 by Jim Harnefak. Fuck. Well, Damien Rhodes was in net, but still, the Leafs could have scored at least once on Harnefak. Shanny Stastny. Peter Stastny, that's right. He played for the Blues that year. And Jeff Brown with the goals. The Cupcakes went to Winnipeg and lost in overtime as Edsenza beat McClellan, and the Winnipeg Jets did what the Rangers didn't do. Beat them in overtime. Sorry, I'm bitter. Winnipeg had 3 goals by Nelson Emerson, Teemu Selänne, and Randy Gilhan to make it 3-1. Others goals by Mick Fukuda. He could score. Pierre Turgeon, but in overtime, 7 seconds in, Thomas Steen scored his 19th. All right. Rangers put the day off on the 8th. The Flyers losing 3-1 to the Stars as Darcy Wakaluk took care of Dominic Russo. Dallas goals by Russ Corno, Greg Lender, and Michael Craig. Philly goal by Eric Lindros. Pittsburgh losing 5-2 to Boston as Barrasso loses to Vince Briando. Well, anyway, Boston 4 quick goals. Adam Oates, Glenn Leslie, Dave Reed, and Cam Neely. Pittsburgh got Kevin Stevens and Thomas Sandstrom scoring, but then Cam Neely made it 5-2. Okay, I think that's it, right? Rangers are in Washington. That's autoplay the Montreal game, which they won. So the Rangers are still 10 points up on Washington for the division, despite the fact that they were shit in those 3 games. Pittsburgh still leads the Eastern Conference with 92 points. Montreal's ahead of the Rangers, but because the division leaders have to go 1-2, the Rangers are technically number 2. Right now, 5 teams from the Atlantic would make the playoffs, 3 from the Northeast. Even split for the Western Conference, 4 from the Central, 4 from the Pacific. Goal scoring, Pavel Bure with 59. He's getting close to 60. Wendell Clark is getting close to 50. He's at 49. Sergei Fedorov is 3rd with 46. For the Rangers, their top guy is Graves, who's 24th at 35. Assists, Gretzky's got 83, way ahead of Gary Galley and Dougie Gilmour. The Rangers' top guy is Sergei Zubov, 9th in the league with 55. Messier is 11th, so that's good. Points-wise, Gretzky with 105, Yager 101, Bure 100. Rangers, Messier is 21st with 73 points. Goals against, Hasek, number 1. Darcy Wakaluk, number 2 in goals against. Patrick Waugh, 3rd, 2, 3, 4, as well as Chris Terreri. Richter, 7th. Healy is 9th. Schedule, standings-wise. Rangers, 39, 20, and 7. They still are 9 losses at home. They are tied for the 4th least. Only Montreal, Chicago, and Calgary have lost fewer games on home turf. For records not to be desired. Let's look at the seedings. Rangers would be number 2 as it happened right now. Florida leads the others by 3 and the Flyers by 5 in the race for the playoffs. Florida would face Pittsburgh. Tampa would face the Rangers. Devils would face Montreal, and Washington would face Buffalo if everything went according to plan. Playoff seedings in the West. LA leads by 2 points over the Sharks and 4 over Edmonton, despite the fact that LA is 10 games below 500. They're still the 8th seed. Shows the competitive balance. Vancouver, who is 7th, is actually below 500 as well. Only 6 teams in the West above 500. Well, to be fair, only 6 teams are above 500 in the East, so I shouldn't really say so. But anyway, Los Angeles would face Toronto, who's the best team in the West. The Ducks, number 2, they would face Vancouver. Detroit would face Dallas, and Chicago would face Calgary, if everything goes according to plan. Highlights, best scores and all of that, memorable games, Ottawa, Dallas, Buffalo, Detroit, Hartford, Edmonton, all of the top 3. The Rangers, top is against Washington with 27 points, lots of hat tricks. We're up to 69 hat tricks. The last one by Slava Kozlov against Buffalo. Let's look at the teams. The New York Rangers stuff. Rangers are 39, 20, and 7 lifetime. In real life, they were 52, 24, and 8. So they would have to go 13, 4, and 1 to tie their real life counterparts. Richter has played 41 games, 23, 11, and 7. Healy 16, 6, and 3. Points-wise, Messier 73 points, Zubov 64, Leach 58. James Patrick has 3 points, but he's not playing for them anymore. Goals-wise, Graves has 35, Gardner 27, Messier and Leach both have 21. Nemchinov, Larmer, and Amante all are close to the 20-goal mark. Surprises, Kevin Lowe with only 1 goal, Greg Gilbert with 1 goal, Ed Olszczuk with 1 goal, Darren Turcotte with 1 goal, and he doesn't play for them anymore, and Joey Kosar with 1 goal. Assist-wise, Zubov with 55, Messier 52, Leach with 37 assists. Mike Hudson with a pair of assists in the 3 games. He's got 4. He's at least not last. He's above Joe Kosher and James Patrick. Penalty minutes, Buka Boom number 1. Alex Kovalev number 2. That's Alex freaking Kovalev. It should be like Kiprios are kosher. Maybe they don't play a lot, but hey, that's what I've got. So that's all I've got for today. I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.